everybody. I'm back again. Today we're doing A5, which is convert between repeating decimals and fractions. Hopefully I'll be able to give you some insights into them. I memorized certain ones like 1/3 is 0.3 repeating, but the main concept is that anything over nines is a repeating decimal. So we're going to use that in some of the problems. In some of the problems, I'll just hopefully show you which ones I memorize, which ones I use some division on, that sort of thing. So let's get started. So notice that there's a 1 and a 6 with a bar over it. That's how I memorize 1/6. Now 1/9 is a repeating decimal, and the 1 is the thing that repeats. This is true for anything with nines in it. 1/3 is 0.3 repeating. Again, kind of like the 1/6, I memorize it by remembering that there's a 3 with a bar over it. 1/6 is 0.16 repeating, like I said before. 0.6 repeating is 2/3. It's twice as much as 3. You can also think of it as 6/9. And if you reduce it, 6/9 reduced, of course, is 2/3. Remember that anything repeating is over nines. So this is 2/3. 1/3, again, 3/9 is 1/3, which is 0.3 repeating. One third. Oh, they're gonna just remind me of a few. Oh, now this one's a little more interesting. Basically, we've got 91 over 100 plus we have that 6 repeating, which is 6 over 900, I believe. And let's see if I'm right. 6 over 9 in the hundreds place, maybe it's over 1,000. Let's see, it's an extra 1,000. Yeah, I think it's 6 over 900. Nope, that's it. Okay, so let's multiply by 9. Multiply by 9 and see what we get. 9 times 9 is 819 plus 6 over 900, which is 825 over 900. And if we reduce that, we can divide by 25. 25 goes into 833 times. And 25 goes into 936 times. And we divide by 3. And we get 11 over 12. Not sure if there's an easier way to do that. I'm sure there is. Okay, so 0.83 repeating is my 5/6. It's one of those that I memorize. Now this happens to be with the decimal moved over one more place. So I multiply that by 1/10, simplify, sorry, and we get 1 over 12. Two-thirds is 0.6 repeating. 5/11. Now the 11s are kind of an interesting, fun one to do. All you do is multiply by 9 over 9, which gives you 45/99. And remember the rule, anything over 9s repeats. So we're looking at 0.45 repeating. There it is. So we've got 6/10 plus that 1 over 90. And we multiply by 9, and we get 55 over 90. and we reduce by 5. That's 11 over 18, and no, nothing nice to reduce. Let's see what we got. 1/9, of course, is 0.1 repeating. Got some easy ones here. Oh, okay, so we're looking at a negative, but I'm just going to ignore the negative for now. I've got a 3/10, and then we've got 8 over 90. Hopefully you can see where I'm getting this from now. 8/9 is 0.8 repeating. And if we move the decimal over one more place, I'm just multiplying by 1/10 to move the decimal over. So when I multiply by 1/10, I get 8 over 90 is 0.08 repeating. So I added the 3/10 plus the 8 over 90. I'm going to multiply by 9, which is 27, and 8, which is 35 over 90, which is 7 over 18. But it's negative. Don't forget the negative part. Alrighty then, negative 1/6. Hopefully you recognize that one. There she is. And, 90 over 99. This is 909090. So what's happening is the 90 is repeating over and over, which is 90 over 99. And we have a common divisor, which is 9. So that's 10 over 11. So we kind of did the 11s backwards that time. Oh, that's a tough one. That one looks familiar though. I believe it's negative 11/12. And if you think about it, we know that this one is negative 0.6, so that one is out. And we know that this one is negative 0.2, so that one's out. And this one isn't big enough. 7/12 isn't going to be as big as, say, 7/10. And this is much bigger than that. So the only option left is the negative 11/12. We could do the same thing we did before, but there it is. And of course, we're talking about 12ths again. So we're talking about negative 3 and 11/12, and there she is. So I'm starting to recognize the 11/12 now. Let's do this one together. Okay, well, here's what's nice. We've got a bunch of choices here. Obviously, it's not this one. This one is 0.8. That's not it. 13 over 16 isn't big enough. I know it happens to be this one, and I can show it again, but I know it's that one. Okay, let's see if we can get some of these right. Oh, 0.06 again. Okay, so remember, I'm looking at 2/3, but it's been moved over one place, so it's 2 over 30. So we're talking about 1/15 gives me my 0.06 repeating. That's 1 over 15, and it's a negative, so it's going to be this guy right here. And this is 15ths again. Starting to recognize those. Oh, there's my 5/6. Remember, 0.83 repeating is 5 over 6. That's one of those that I memorize. And so we're talking about negative 9 and 5/6. Oh, that 5/18. It's really close to 1/3, but it's a little smaller. Well, clearly, none of these are anywhere near 1/3, so it has to be this guy right here. We could do it, but I know it's the right one by using elimination. 1/18 is a very small number, and 1/20 is 0.05. The closest thing to it is right there. If you can't see my little spot, there it is. I'll put a little spot next to it next time. Now 0.46, 0.45 is 9 over 20. So this one's going to be pretty close to that. Looks like it's really close to a half, but a little less than a half. Now this one is less than a quarter. This one is less than a half. This one and this one. Now this one happens to be 0.44444, so we know that's not it. So it has to be this one. Now we could do, again, we could do the 0.4 is 4/10. plus the 2 over 30 and get our common denominator, which is 14 over 30, which is 7 over 15. And there it is. .27, a little more than a quarter. It's not that one, and it's not that one, and it's not that one. So it has to be that one, the only possibility. It's not that one, and not that one. Way too big. More than a half, almost a half, right around a quarter. So this is the guy we're looking for right there. You can use estimation to eliminate. Hopefully you recognize that 11/12 again. And one more, 4 out of 15 is really close to a little less than a third. Now there's two possibilities. There's this one and there's this one. Let's take a look if I can remember. I believe it's going to be this one because it's got that 7 in it, but let's go ahead and put it in there. So I'm talking about 2/10 plus 7 over 90 multiplied by 9. That's 1825 over 90 and divide by 5 and we get 5 over 18, which is my 0.27. So it looks like it's probably going to be this one. Shall we check it? Let's check it. 2/10 plus 2 over 30 times 3 times 3. That's 6, 7, 8 over 30, which is 4 over 15. And sure enough, it's going to be this guy right there. And there we go. It took a little while. That was kind of fun. I hope you got something from it. Memorize your 6th and your 5/6. Those are the only 2 6ths you need to memorize. Hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. And let me stop.